Part of there is Koanda.
Yeah, world champion, extremely powerful athlete. We filmed her working up to 170 kilos in the front squat the other day. We know that she can back squat 200 kilos. She's back squatted significantly more. There she is, just warming up, opening up her hips as much as possible. And for an athlete as strong as she is, she does also have pretty decent mobility. She can get down pretty low.
Very talented.
And her technique has just come on so much over the last few years. You know, it used to be that she was just a bundle of power and strength, and now she is technically up there with the best of the best in this, well, probably the best in this category technically, but some of the best in the world now.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get going now. Looks like the opening attempt for Eliska Smigova from the Czech Republic at 82 kilos. Now I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is her international debut. So a lot of pressure, I'm sure she's feeling right now, to make this lift, kick off her international career in a positive way.
Very easy, strong opener.
Yeah.
Good start for her international debut. Always nice to see that. She will follow herself with 83 until she changes. The next increase would be 85,
right,
to get ahead of anyone else.
Yeah, just one junior in this session, Margarita Arakelian. It's a good name, Margarita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could all
do as one of those right now.
Embrace that now.
Yeah. 3A sessions in a row. It's not for the faint of heart.
No. One of the longest days so far we've had in these A sessions, but there's only two sessions after this remain. Tomorrow, the supers.
Yep. And we've been fed well at this championships, mainly by ourselves, but we have also been cooked some great food in local restaurants and cafes around the area.
This Margarita, 85 opening attempt from Armenia. Very nice.
Yeah, very smooth. Extremely comfortable opening attempt.
You know, the Armenian fans are really just extremely supportive of any of the Armenians lifting.
Yeah.
We did see in the last session Sargis Martosian lifting currently for Austria, but his original place of birth, Armenia, he was receiving as much of an ovation as anyone else, and they were just getting behind everybody, really regardless of where they place or where they're starting. They are fans of their countrymen.
Also thinking about it, the way that the Armenians pronounce names, they tend to stress the final syllable. Arakelian, for example, it's probably not Margarita, it's Margarita. I imagine is the way that her name is pronounced. Maybe not as enjoyable, but
not as refreshing.
No. Or filling, depending on which style you have.
Oh, another very good snatch for Smigova.
And she will get a little bit of a break now because we have two athletes with 87 written in. Lenka Zimbova and Paula Rindberg from Sweden. And they will likely take attempts before she does, unless they both move up. We also have 88 written in by Agnieszka Zimrov from Poland. There we have Jaroslav, who we just saw competing in the men's 109.
9.
Was he a 109?
He was a 102.
Was he a 102? Yeah.
Well, they're
It's about over 6 hours of weightlifting that we'll have watched today. Okay. Paul Rindberg now from Sweden coming out at 87 kilos. She told us that she snatched as much as 90 kilos in training this year, with the best internationally, of course, of 96.
good opener.
Yeah.
A little bit shaky.
Well, she actually had her lumbar spine fused in 2021 and has since then been working hard to regain her strength. She said her strength is back, but she's having difficulty technically just finding the right angles in the starting position, in the catch, in the pull since that operation.
Yeah, that can be a bit challenging to come back from a serious surgery like that. But she's here, making the most. All right, 88 now on the bar. This is going to bring out Lenka Zimbova, Slovakia. Let's see if she makes her way through the tunnel. We don't have anyone out there yet. There's a change now. She's bumped up. That's going to bring Rindberg out, but I think we'll see her move up as well. Could very well see Agnieszka Zimrov at 89.
Third attempt now for Smigova. Great start to her international debut. Potentially a 3 for 3 performance there. And it's very possible that her coaches will be putting her in with slightly lighter lifts than she might otherwise go for, just to give her that really promising, motivational sort of first international bit of experience. Wow.
Wow, the best of the three.
Yeah.
Very nice.
She's very confident to just sit there in the catch before coming up. A little bit wonky overhead though.
Yeah,
Bar definitely drops down her left side a few inches.
Tilted a little bit.
Might be okay now, but Max, you've mentioned before how this can come back to hurt lifters later on in their career.
Yeah, it's very important to take care of any kind of imbalances like that because it just compounds over time with all the training done.
Opening attempt now for Agnieszka Zimrov from Poland. 2 kilos shy of her best. Wow.
Very nice.
She's very slow in that pull, but she knows how to move under the bar. She actually told us that she struggled with such a bad back injury last year that lots of people predicted and suggested that she end her career despite still being an under 23.
Wow.
And so being at this competition now, absolutely massive. Open attempt also for Zembova. Oh.
Yep, just a little forward,
yeah,
a little loopy on the pull.
But nice little save there in the bottom. And we still have plenty of people walking back into the stands. They were all off getting some food and drinks after that second session. They're still making their way back in. Of course, with two Armenians in the session, one of whom, the youngest in the session, the junior, is about to come out. No wonder they're all here.
Margarita Kalyan. Second attempt at 90 kilos. She made her first one very comfortably, taking that big 5 kilo jump. Oh, so close. She swung the bar a little bit, dove her chest and head forward to try and save it, and ended up going behind. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, 90 on the bar still. This brings out Paula Rindberg, Sweden.
For her second attempt.
Making her way up. Oh, good save.
Wow.
She hopped forward a little bit on that pull, but makes it under and then stabilizes just like the second attempt, the first attempt. Great work.
And that equals the most she's made in training all year. So this third attempt will be for a big 2023 personal best. Arakelian now will come out for her third attempt. She missed 90 on her second.
Oh, tries to save it, has to run forward, but again, the bar just rolls behind.
So, who's going to be out next? Probably going to be Jessica Da Silva coming out.
Oh, Rindberg here at 91, they're moving. You can see the Swedish coach there making a change on the attempt card. So bring out Jessica Almeida Da Silva.
She actually lifts in the UK, has competed in several BWL events. I believe as a 87 plus, she snatched 95, clean and jerked 125. This is, of course, her first international meet because Portugal were banned. That's a nice opener.
Yep. Very solid.
Yeah, Portugal banned for 25 years of international competition due to unpaid fines. And so now they finally return.
I've never heard of a ban that long, and probably anything else. I mean, outside of a lifetime suspension.
You could get done for manslaughter, go to jail, come back out, and be competing before the Portuguese.
Oh, beautiful lift.
Yeah.
Looks just like.
Do you know who she looks like to me? Yang Zhe from China, the 109, the pull.
Yeah.
That she's so far over the bar right from the start. And then it sort of floats.
But she does a great job bringing the bar all the way up to her hips. She's not early at all. It just looks like the bar is going to be forward.
Were you going to say that she looked like Kaleki? Is that
I was
going to
say like Delega.
Oh, Delega, I was going to say,
that.
yeah.
Similar tempo.
Yeah.
A little slower pull, waiting as long as possible, very patient. And then a great turnover. Lenka Zimbova, Slovakia's second attempt. She made her first. Took the 3 kilo jump here to 92. This is a kilo under her best in competition.
Oh,
she's got.
Can she rock back?
She's got to get up.
Yes, she can.
Nice job.
The crowd love that one. She really made us wait for the stand, but she just had to be sure. She was up on her toes. Heels way off the ground. Look at this. Rocks forward. Oh.
What a great save there. So she's in shape. She could take a shot at a competition record. This is Rindberg for her third at 93. Best ever is 96. But she's obviously come back from
serious injury.
Yeah, serious surgery as well.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, she went for it, but I don't think it was going to be there. It's kind of a pull and pray.
Yeah, really big pull. But as you said, just it was a bit of a pull and pray. The bar was moving a little bit too far backwards. But she just moves the bar so fast off the floor, so effortlessly she moves that bar. You know, when I first got into weightlifting, Max, I didn't really know anything. I suppose no one does when they first get into a sport, about leverages. And for me, being a taller athlete, you know, the pull was the easiest part. And I'm sure for someone like her it is as well. I didn't realize until I heard some supers talking about it. I think it was Cheryl Hayworth maybe even once said that for her, just moving the bar off the floor is the hardest part of the lift.
Yep, very much.
Once she's racked it, she says it's game over.
Oh. Same tempo, same technique, but just a little forward there. Yeah, athletes of different body proportions are going to have different styles that, you know, look similar. Tall athletes with long limbs generally lift similarly. Athletes with shorter limbs, longer torsos, the same. Although not everybody fits into the same mold. It's actually one of the most enjoyable parts of watching weightlifting, I feel like, when you can see different styles and different techniques, and even two athletes that are maybe built very similarly perform the lifts with just their own unique style. Makes for a very exciting competition to see people doing things with a little bit of variation. Like Zimbova, 94 for her third. First was solid, second was on her toes.
Yeah.
She left that bar a little forward.
This will be the 1 kilo PR for her. 1 kilo international best.
She's got to be patient, stay on her heel, stay back on the heel as she brings it to her hip. Let's watch for that. A little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to see exactly what's going to happen each lift, and an athlete can make a subtle correction or make an extreme correction and overdo it, and it pretty much what happened there.
So for you, of course, you're a better coach than you were athlete, but you were a good athlete, good weightlifter. What was the most difficult part of the lift for you? Because you had a massive front squat.
The pull was always the hardest, yeah.
In
Off the
gaining
floor.
height or off the floor? Or
Get the top of the pull. I didn't have very good acceleration at the end. I was very strong, but my acceleration, my explosion was just not there.
Right.
I would sneak under a lot of my lifts, but my legs were strong enough to get up and then miss the jerk.
Opening attempt now for Veronika Matiko from Hungary.
Just a hair forward. Yeah. She rushed that early in the pull. So far, only one athlete has made all 3 attempts. We obviously still have 3 more to open, and those athletes are all starting at 100 or more. .95 is going to stay on the bar here for Mitko. We'll see if she takes the bump up to 96 to bring out Almeida de Silva. I don't think so. It looks like she's waiting there, right in the tunnel.
So, Hripsime Kashudian, Max, as he said, is at 100. Manievska at 105. Solfrid Koanda at 110. She could actually open up at 110.
Yeah, I think that's probably what she will do. We saw her in the training hall taking lifts over that, and she was comfortable up to 110 without any even hesitation.
You know, I would suggest, maybe she's going to look at some European records before she moves down. But no, the European records put in by the EWF are so absurdly large. No one will come within 15 kilos of those records ever, I don't think. Particularly in the snatch. 132 is the European snatch record.
Yeah, that's absurd. That would have probably been based off of...
It was the Russians back when they were in the 75s, mixed with then...
Podobedova?
Yeah, and then you go in between that and Tatiana's 155.
Absurdity.
And you assume, okay, an 87 can do 140, so we'll kick it off at 132.
2 of the strongest outliers we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And we'll go in between them.
Yeah.
And round up. Yep,
that's much
better. Almost similar to the Turkish style of,
yeah,
you know, that long, patient pull, being very comfortable. A lot of the Turkish lifters are extremely comfortable with the bar not moving very fast, but being very good at being explosive at the end of the pull. It does lend itself a little more to an athlete jumping forward, but it's certainly a great strategy or great technique for those that can do well with it. Here's De Silva.
Second attempt at 96. This, I believe, unless she's competed in competitions that I don't know about, is more than she's ever made in a competition, international or national. That's a pretty nice lift.
Yeah, she made that. She did step back with just the left foot.
Yeah.
Left her body weight behind the bar on the turnover.
I believe that Portugal has only brought with them female lifters, actually. I don't think I've seen any male Portuguese lifters at this championship.
It'd be interesting to know when they were aware the ban was going to be up, because I have to imagine a 25-year sanction.
Is there even a federation? And
well, yeah, who would even remember?
Reach out? And
yeah, it would decimate several generations of lifters, really. It's unfortunate that happened.
Well, of course, you probably remember when it all kicked off.
You know, and
in fact, you might have been lifting, and
yeah,
you've been 98.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
I probably just started touching a barbell.
Just a wee 13-year-old or whatever you were.
Had only just started squatting 4 times a day at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
I do wonder what the sanction was. I mean, surely it wasn't overdue library books. I mean,
no.
It's got to have been something.
It was a big
severe.
payment.
Yeah.
Out of interest, I think everybody knows that you're certainly famous for having squatted as many as 8 times a day under the cruel tutelage of the Bulgarian system. What did it start off with? Did you just instantly start squatting every day when you joined your weightlifting club? Okay.
First coach I had, we squatted every session, and then twice a session, and then why not 3, and then 4, and then.
And then let's add another session each day so we can add more squats.
Yep. The more jerks you miss, the more squat we would add.
And then it's easier just adding in breaks.
Yeah.
Rather than counting sessions.
Whoa. Great attempt to save it, but like we just talked about, that jump forward is precarious in the catch. If you're moving forward and the bar is moving back, it's so difficult to make that bar stop. Save it overhead.
Huge roar from the crowd now as we see Hripsime Koshudyan from Armenia come on out. Okay.
Koshudyan, her bests are 108, 130.
Since coming back.
Yeah. Ooh, very strong 100.
Wow. Now, she was banned from 2008, but it was retroactive, I believe. So she carried on competing, 2011 Worlds, 2012 Olympics, every Europeans and Worlds, all the way up until 2016.
Yeah.
And then all of her lifts and records got taken away from her. Then she had a
second sanction.
Second sanction, yeah. Then she had, I think, 6 years where she couldn't compete. And now this is her 3rd international back.
Yeah, I think the first time we saw her back was last year.
Yeah.
At Europeans. She looks to be in good shape today, though. That 100 was strong. All right, De Silva's last attempt here, 101. That second attempt, she did jump away from the bar when she turned it over. You can see she stepped back with the left foot. Really keep an eye on her footwork and what she does here at the top of the pole. Oh, not quite enough pull at the end.
So, Hripsime competed as a super weighing 76 kilos.
Wow.
Because, of course, the 75s were there. And she came 3rd behind Tatiana Kasharina and Zhu Lulu. She snatched 128 kilos.
Well, whatever she was banned for, it was working.
Well, it was stanozolol and dehydrochloromethyltestosterone. And she clean jerked 166 kilos. She will likely...
She'll be a bit off that today, I would hope.
Yeah. She might clean and jerk her snatch from back in the day.
How the turntables.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the opening attempt now for Anastasia Manievska from Ukraine. She took the silver medal last year, of course, behind Solfrid Koanda. Put up a huge total, just beating the Georgian Anastasia Hotfred, who we'll see tomorrow. Oh, she hopped back, but she got up quick with it.
She's still stabilizing, yeah. Good pull, but she was soft on the landing there.
Did she stay still?
That was a bit on the edge, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a jury stop here.
They look okay, but
take a look at the end of this lift. She's
I don't think she
up with
ever
it.
really. Okay.
Nope. Nothing's changed. No, she got that lift.
Okay.
All right. Ipsimi here, 104. Oh, strong.
Yeah. As you'd expect, I mean, this just 24 kilos shy of her best. No, I mean, it's a great lift, of course.
Wow. Yeah, she's in good shape right now.
Yeah, 104. 2 for 2, one lift remains, and her best since returning to competition, as you said, Max, was 108. Which she made at the World Championships just a few months ago. She placed 4th there. She hit a 130 alongside the 108. But she's going to be in the fight for the medals, definitely. But whether or not she can move ahead of Manievska, who I remember had a big clean and jerk last year.
Yeah, Manievska's
130. They've both got best of 130.
She's
well,
Manievska's
technically, Hripsimi's got a best of 166.
True. Manievska's got 130 as an opener.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that will come down.
Here's Manievska. She needs to not hop back like she did on that opening attempt.
Yeah, a little soft on the catch with the feet.
That's better.
Same thing, but stronger.
Yeah.
That always works. So
that does work, doesn't it?
Now we've got the question here. What is the next attempt for each of these women? Are we going to see Koanda come out at 110?
Yeah. That's just colossal.
Either one of these girls. Hripsimi's put 107 on. She's going to take the kilo below her best, her recent best. And Manievska's asking for 110 now.
Solfrid snatched 113 at the World Championships, 114 in the training hall a few days ago. She won at the World Championships by 11 kilos over silver medalist Eileen Sekamatana.
Huge applause for her. Her home country, Romania, absolutely loving this 107 on the bar.
This to move into the lead. She's guaranteed herself a medal in the snatch already.
Wow.
Oh, it's a great lift. Wonderful technique, so solid. And she has so much support from the Armenians in the stand. And so many families out here today, Max. Really nice to see. A lot of young people in the crowd being inspired by their heroic home athletes.
Phenomenal
Have the
lift.
Armenians won on the men's side the last 3 golds? 96, 102, 109.
Yeah, they have. They've really been dominant in these heavier classes.
They might have taken silver in almost all of those 3 as well.
Yeah, they've had...
Or bronze,
and they've been, speckled in there a few individual medals as well.
Yep.
Wow, Koanda's moved to 112. Oh,
has she? Did it?
I saw 112 there on the scoreboard, but
Briefly
then it dropped. Yeah. I'm wondering what happened there. Someone got a little excited.
I think maybe you did.
It was me.
Yeah. So final attempt now for Manievska at 108 to move back ahead of Kashidian. This for the lead before we see 3 back-to-back lifts.
both Khurshudyan and Manievska are aware that they're not going to have a chance to beat Koanda, so this has been a battle for silver. This will take the lead in that fight. Just a kilo up on Ripsamy.
Second attempt was nicer than her first. And that is...
Third is better.
Yeah, better
Beautiful.
again. Just like you said, Max, do it again, but stronger.
Yeah.
Sometimes that just helps you get away with some of these technical issues.
Both lifters going 3 for 3 in that session. We're going to see a great battle from the two of them in the clean and jerk. But before that, Solfrid Koanda, reigning world champion, European champion.
In she comes. Such a talented weightlifter. She said that 2022 last year was turbulent. She had severe wrist injuries. She got fit enough for the Worlds, and then she's built on that well at the start of 2023. She wished she'd had more chance to do more international camps, but whenever she does, she says they're very good for her mental development.
You know, she's weighing
83.9.
3.9, which is essentially an 81 here.
Yeah, lightest athlete in the field. So lightest, strongest, leanest.
Newest.
Maybe best technician. A lot of superlatives with Solfrid. Just some nerves. She is from the crowd.
We've seen her do that before. She receives the bar and it's just a little bit soft and drops in front of her.
I could see her snatching this and then jumping to 114 or 115 and making it.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if she didn't come back and make this all right. I mean, the other day when we saw her lift, she did 100, 105, 110, 114 miss, 114 make.
Yep.
And when you stand up on this platform and you look out, and you and I went on earlier just to have a little look, see what it was like, and it's bright in your eyes, and you look out and it's just pitch black in the distance. You really can't see a whole lot. Your depth perception is off. Not easy to focus on anything.
She's going to take a moment to recover from that.
She, of course, does go on these international camps and trains with athletes like Emily Campbell and Enzo Corgi. Some of the strongest athletes in Europe all get together. Nina Sturks, I believe, on those camps sometimes. Different countries, top athletes in each all coming together to push themselves to get better so they can start competing with some of the top athletes from other continents. You know, if there's no one in your country who can really push you, why not go and find someone else?
Yeah, it's always a great opportunity for athletes to really improve, and coaches as well. There's a lot of ideas exchanged and kind of really improves everybody to have those camps. They've been kind of a staple in the weightlifting world for decades.
Yeah, training camps at other countries' training halls. The Polish training hall has been used by many countries. Okay, second attempt now for Solfrid Koanda. She missed that 110 on an opener. I don't recall ever seeing her miss an opener. Much better.
Yep.
Maybe a slight overcompensation. It went a little far back, but not too far, and she was able to hold that, and that is the lead by 2 kilos over Manievska. And if you think she's good in the snatch, she is so much better in the clean and jerk than everyone else. That's where she really sort of moves ahead of the rest. And certainly when she drops down to the 81 kilo category, which she's now almost made, she will be perhaps a touch behind some of the top lifters in the 81s in the snatch. You know, athletes like Irina Decker, of course, we saw yesterday, snatch 123. Sure. The Chinese, even a few of the Pan American athletes. Matty Rogers potentially is able to snatch in that 113, 114 range. But then it's in the clean and jerk. Solfrid just moves ahead of the rest. She's got 150 plus. She Put some music back in. I think I told you once about when I was filming Solfrid in the training hall at the World Championships, and she just clean and jerked 145 kilos. And then she started to do some back squats, and a coach came up to me and said, "Come and watch this. You've never seen us squat 200 before." As she loaded the 200, and I went over, and she missed it. But she's done more than that now. So we have a cameraman on the platform. I'm very interested to see how he plans on maneuvering his way back off the platform when Solfrid comes on. He's got one of these enormous cameras on him.
He's got a steady cam rig there he's strapped into.
Takes up a lot of strength to move these things. They're so heavy.
So 115.
117 she's asked for.
Wow.
Oh my word.
What a huge jump.
You have to wonder.
She has nothing to lose here. She's already ahead with the 110.
So the reason she's going for this, she said that her heaviest lifts this year, 116, 152. She did those in a promotional event for her federation just before heading to Armenia. So it was within the last 10 days she hit those numbers. So in her final competition, I suppose, ever as an 87, she wants 117. She wants one more personal best. That's absolutely incredible. She says that she focuses on consistency more than anything else in her training.
This will be a massive lift. Personal record for her. Beautiful snatch.
Oh my word.
The best I've seen her do.
She is such an amazing athlete. She just performs.
Fantastic lift. There was absolutely nothing wrong there. Beautiful, beautiful lift.
When the pressure is on. 117 at 83.9.
She's making a statement here to the rest of the world that she can snatch, and she's figuring it out.
She is.
You know, what
she can snatch 120 at 81 when by the time the Olympics roll around.
Oh, at least.
She actually,
she
could be
progress.
The Olympic champion.
Yeah, I think we might be looking at, again, another legend in the making here.
It comes down to China in many ways if they send an athlete, because right now, I might say that Solfrid Koanda is more of a threat to the Chinese 81s than Loredana Toma is to the Chinese 71s. And that's where they're going to have to make their pick. They will send a 49 and a most likely a 59.
Yeah, well, based on Loredana's performance here, too.
Sorry, not a 59, a super they'll send.
They might be eyeing that 71 class a little bit harder now.
Yeah.
Especially after seeing this, knowing full well that she's really, there's a clear runway for her to keep building on that. Nothing looks that hard.
Well, she's going to go for 153.
Yeah, she's got ample strength. That'd be a 270 total. That would have been
that equals the winning total from the 81s at Worlds.
Or perchance does she take enough to do a 271?
I don't know. She said she just wants to beat her best. She didn't mention anyone else. We have asked her, though, about what she thinks about her competitors. She said, "I think my competitors look strong and confident. I look forward to be up against fighting them." And then she says, "Even though I am one of the top lifters, I must remind people that I only did my international debut 2 years ago. Managing my emotions against people's expectations while on the platform is a greater challenge. I won't be looking too much at my competitors since I have enough to worry about myself."
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's working. Whatever she's doing, it's working for her.
117.
Huge, and a giant jump to that number. I mean, we could have seen a 120 snatch attempt from her today had she made the opener.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the biggest jumps we've seen in the snatch, even at some of the larger classes. It'd be interesting to see if even Lasha takes a jump that large.
You know, I'm going to have to look at that right now. You know you can't say something like that.
I know.
And not expect an answer. See, I think he did 211 to 218.
Yeah, I could see that.
And that's 7 kilos. And then I think he did 218 to 225.
He is snatching almost twice that.
210 to 218 and 218 to 225. So 8 kilos.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the largest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Well, one of.
The largest weightlifter on the planet.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Really phenomenal performance from her. And it looked so good. There was no hesitation anywhere. Well, yeah, that real question is, what is she going to clean and jerk today? And the statement that makes to everyone else in the world in the 81s.
It's going to be 153. I can feel it.
Yeah.
She's going to go for it, go for the best. I mean, this is her 5th international ever. She's going to have won at more than half of all of her internationals. Something that does not happen often. I think there was a missed clean there.
Yeah, it looked like it was just an accident.
Yeah.
Maybe a lapse
as all
in
misses are, I
concentration.
suppose.
Yeah. True.
By Paula Rindberg. The one time the camera gets on you and you're at a 70% lift, the one miss you have.
Yeah.
She's probably never missed that.
85.
Yeah, that's the younger of the two Armenians. So we haven't gone through the results. We got a bit carried away with that. In 4th, the runner-up, Jessica da Silva from Portugal, was 96 kilos. The bronze to Hripsima Shudian, 107, a kilo above her. Anastasia Manievska from Ukraine with 108, and then 9 kilo lead is Solfrid Koanda. Solfrid Ayla Amena Koanda from Norway, 117. Unbelievable. But the battle for silver, Kashudian versus Manievska, Armenia, Ukraine. Armenia, Kashudian probably a little bit stronger. Has Kashudian dropped her opener and Manievska bumped up, or did I read them the wrong way around the first time? Because right now, Manievska's got 130 written in.
She had
Kashudian
130.
120. Did Kashudian not have 130 as well?
No, they were both, yeah.
Okay.
130, 120.
So Manievska opening very heavy. That's the most that she made last year.
Yeah, I mean, they have zero chance of passing Koanda. They really never did.
Yeah. No, they didn't.
This will be potentially a wrap here if Manievska can make that 130 and improve on it. Although Kashudian could potentially creep up over 130 if she has a great day.
Possible. She made it last year at the European Champs, 130. Yeah. 107, 130 she did. And she's just done 107. So
she might be letting on to her secret plan here with the repeat of last year.
Just a couple kilos more than her best snatch. So just over 4 minutes to go now until we're back underway. 3 A sessions today. 2 Armenian gold medalists so far. And now, likely a Norwegian. Should probably take a quick look at the order of the day tomorrow, because the timings change a little bit tomorrow for that final day. So we have 2 A sessions, the plus 87s and the plus 109s. That plus 87 kilo category, the first one, is 3 hours earlier than normal. So whenever you normally watch that first session, 3 hours earlier. Then the second, the super heavies, is again 3 hours earlier, half an hour earlier than that first A session normally starts. So in terms of Armenian time, that's 2:30 and 5, I believe. Here's the Yerevan time.
Should be pretty good sessions. We'll see.
No, it's not. I just got all of that wrong. It's 1:30 and 4 Yerevan time. I'm going to run through some of these so that people don't get confused, because I may have made that a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. So UK time tomorrow, the A sessions, 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern time, so you New Yorkers out there, 5:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. So Pacific time, you Californians, 2:30 a.m. and 5 a.m. And then who do we have? Central European is 11:30 and 2 p.m. And then Sydney, it's going to be Monday for you, and it's 7:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. Complicated.
Well, based on the ease of that, you did that on the back of your hand. The math there was checks out.
Yeah, I wasn't reading anything.
Those should be good sessions. We'll see if not sure if there's anyone strong in the super men's, but
no, we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Hopefully someone shows up.
Well, I've heard rumors of Lalian snatching 220 at this competition. A few people have said that they think he might, and seeing as his best is 215, and the Armenians are adding 5 kilos left, right, and centre to their lifts, 220 is possible. But we've also heard rumors of Lasher going for world records, so who knows?
If we saw that and there was 220 kilogram snatches,
that would be the best super heavyweight.
Yeah, it'd be the best snatch session ever. I find that hard to believe, a 220, but you never know.
I could believe it. The difficulty in many ways for Lalian getting up to 220 is the confidence to open so heavy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You'd have to open it.
Well,
210, 208, something like that.
This would be the meet for it, though, because it's just the two of them, really.
Yeah, they can just go back and forth. They can help each other out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure that...
I think we might see 3 snatches tomorrow at 220 kilos or more.
Wow.
Because if Lasher is in the shape that we've been told, and he looks it, and he goes for, say, 226, he might take 220 on a second. Because he'll take it first, so that he beats Lalian if Lalian does 220.
On his third?
Yeah.
Wow, that would be an extraordinary session.
Or we turn up and Lalian snatches 208 and Lasher makes 215, and that's it.
Yeah, that could also be the case, but that's why we turn in. That's why we tune in to see.
Yeah, tv.weightliftinghouse.com. Everybody listening knows. They're already here. Yes. Tell your friends. 10 seconds now, and we'll be back underway. Eliska Smigova at 102.
Cleaning the platform here right before the session starts.
I think they're cleaning the camera.
Yeah.
The camera in the platform.
That lens gets a little bit dirty. That plastic cover gets a little bit dirty.
Yeah. So Smigova, as we said earlier, is making her international debut. She went 3 for 3 in the snatch. One of 3 lifters to do it. Actually, looking at that scoreboard, been very successful this session so far. Only 9 missed snatches out of 30. It's not bad. Only 1 missed second attempt. A little forward, but it's not too difficult for her.
Very good jerk.
Yeah, you can see her as she drives after the dip. She's sort of driving backwards. She's falling backwards a little bit. But the bar comes with her. And she'll be able to get a bit of a break now because we have 3 athletes with 105 written in and another with 106. So presumably she'll make a jump to at least the 105 mark. We have Arakelian, Zembova and Matiko with 105 written in. The Armenian will come out first, the junior, Arakelian. And Max, what did I say about the hat? Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it.
Yes.
That man won't leave the house without it on.
Easy, clean. Yep,
wow.
Right into the jerk, very clean.
Wonderful technique.
Sharp opener, Arakelian.
And the music that is being played, if you can hear it, is a song written by Armenia's #1 pop star. It was debuted at the opening ceremony, and whenever the Armenians are competing, they play it. And it is quite good.
It's catchy.
It's really catchy.
Been stuck in my head the entire time.
Yeah. They have different versions of it, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so depending on the vibe, they'll crack out the techno or the rocky, or, you know, this is one right now is a little bit more epic.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that.
I believe the hip-hop version comes out for Lalian. Lanka Zambova now.
Oh, tough
Real
recovery.
fight. 4 kilos shy of her best.
Good jerk, though. She's got to stabilize.
So everyone's successful so far, but with an opener as heavy as that in the clean, you wonder where she can go with 2 more attempts that'll be safe.
Well, it's a struggle because if you don't get enough speed coming out of the hole, the sticking point ends up being a little bit lower. The higher your speed out of the bottom, the higher the sticking point's going to be. Oh, strong clean here.
Nice jerk.
Very easy lift.
Yeah, really good positions for Veronica Matiko. And Max, you said in the snatch, and I really saw it there in the clean, very similar to the Turkish style of pulling.
Yeah.
Gets way over the bar, then way back behind the bar. So fast under.
Yeah, very nice lift.
Yeah. Second attempt now for Smigova. Just a 3 kilo jump.
A much better clean, landed flat-footed there. Very nice. Waiting for a down signal there.
Took a while.
Smart though, smart move. We've seen a bunch of odd situations with the down signal or with the stabilization before dropping the bar, but she had, well, she had great presence of mind to hold it there longer.
Now she got 1 red, and one of the jury has just stood up to take a look at that video on replay.
The coaches look a bit suspicious.
And someone has walked over.
They're still looking here. Yep, under jury review. Potentially.
So let's take another look at this. She's currently 5 for 5 for her international debut.
She looks a bit stressed there. Okay. We're still waiting on a call here. I think she was given the lift. I don't see the... Yeah, she was given that lift. All right, Zimraz from Poland.
Oh, it's a tough stand. Yeah. Another heavy opener. No belt.
Yeah, that was a hard clean. You could hear the feet on the platform. It was not crisp. They were dragging across the platform. Just
if you ever want to sort of bet on someone making a jerk after a very tough clean, you would pick a Polish lifter. We've seen them do it a lot in this competition. But this time, that was just to grind too much.
Here's Rindberg out at 106.
110, she said, is the most she's made recently.
A little slow on the recovery, but she gets through it no problem.
Yeah.
Into a solid jerk.
Yep.
She's on the board.
Very easy. 3 white lights. Yeah, it might be slow to recover, but she has a long way to get up.
That's true.
And there's been a jury stop. I thought there might be.
Possible press out.
Yeah. So we can't yet see. Here we are. This is a better view.
No lift.
No lift. Wow, that was a quick decision.
Very fast. Yeah, a little bobble there.
It's a bobble.
Press out.
Yeah.
Well, to add insult to injury, they've played it a few times there for us. She obviously isn't watching the stream yet.
No. Yeah. That's a little bit much, wasn't it? So I guess she'll...
They may repeat it here. Either way, she wouldn't be the first up. Zimraz is going to take this.
2 athletes in a row missing that 106. Although if you're going to put money on any of them making it, it would be Rindberg. She at least got the weight overhead. It didn't look too heavy, whereas Agnieszka Zimraz, who's coming out again now, looked a little bit worse. That clean was very heavy in the stand.
Yeah, we'll see if she can be more aggressive in the clean on the turnover. She's got to move those feet quickly and rack the bar as fast as she can. Yep.
So slow on the pole.
Just almost there. Takes the time to reset. It's just a bit heavy.
A question I have for you, Max, is why would she not wear a belt? Because we know that they help, and I know a lot of people will say, well, maybe she just doesn't like it or it doesn't work for her, but surely that's just something that with time you learn how to use the belt better.
Yeah.
It strikes me as odd that they wouldn't just say, look, you've got to work this out, because a belt does work.
Yeah, especially overhead as well. It is an interesting situation. Obviously, we don't know exactly why someone makes that choice, but you know, perhaps at some point trying it for a period of time might improve your feel for it and comfort. There's a skill to wearing a belt as well. Learning curve.
Yeah.
So looks like Rindberg might be moving up to 107 even after the miss. Really wasn't a miss though, it was a press out, so she can clean that up. Might not be that bad of an idea to take a little jump.
I think she will get more of a rest, because even though it's 2 kilos up on Zimbova, I think Zimbova will take the 107.
Yeah.
Because the 105 also looked so heavy. A lot of crazily heavy openers here, really.
Yeah.
So Zimros, is she really going to?
I mean, she really wouldn't be justified in taking anything other than 106. Although she's running that clock down here. Yep, she is. She's
107.
That's going to bring out Rinberg for 107.
Zembova will come out first.
Oh, yes, there she is.
Yeah, her 105 was also, though, very heavy looking. A real grind.
Oh, tough clean.
Oh,
She's finding balance.
Oh,
what a great!
Yeah,
oh, she's got a
she
stable.
Hold it.
What a great left.
Very nice. Wow, 107, and we said after the 105, where can she go from here? Well, she made that, but I posed the same question. Where can she go from here?
Yeah, there's not a lot left in the tank there.
Maybe 109? She will have a couple minutes rest because we're going to see Rinberg take this, and then likely Zimros will take it also. You can really see the flex on the bar there. Amazing.
Also got Smagova as well with 107. She might take that. All right. She made this last clean and jerk on her first, but pressed it out, so lost credit for the lift. Touch forward on the clean. She's up fine. Yeah, that looks to be
for a presser on her first, and I think she might get called again.
A bit sketchy on that right arm, yeah.
The right elbow, 3 reds. Oh,
it's a shame. It seemed almost a few kilos lighter would have been a sure thing.
And it doesn't look anything like a strength issue. This is a timing issue, which makes me wonder how she made 116 kilos last year, because that is, it's just not, whether it's the timing between the lockout and the feet landing is just not quite right.
Yeah, she knows it too. She's struggling here.
Yeah.
Well, 107 is still on the bar because we have 3 lifters asking for it. Smagova here, Aliska Smagova up is going to be the lifter. But before that, there's been a challenge, I think, played by the Swedish team. Obviously not a bad move. It would buy some time no matter what. But based on the last call, I would be surprised if they overturned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it just barely unlock there.
And they show on the screen, it has to be said that they're doing a very good job of showing us what the jury are looking at. It's very helpful for us, helpful for everybody watching from home. Makes a big and also everybody in the stadium.
Yeah, huge improvement to the entire experience to have us get a little more insight into what's the error being
and the communication we're having with them. I mean, during the session I've received messages from people who are controlling everything, asking if they're giving enough information on what's happening with the press outs and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
it's
they're
really solid.
Quick to improve for everybody. Here's 107. Gosh, this 106, 107 region has been a bloodbath. Third attempt.
Liska Smagova, Czech Republic. She had her second attempt.
It was looked at.
Under jury review, but she was given it on the jerk.
This for a 6'6" international debut.
Looks to be solid. She's holding.
Almost lost it in front, but just held on.
One red. We'll see if there's a jury review of that as well.
They're looking at it, but they're not making any gestures. I think she's going to be given that. 6'6". 195 for Eliska Smagova of the Czech Republic.
A fantastic debut here.
Now this is to stay in the competition. Both she and Paula Rindberg have missed their first 2 attempts.
She has to make a better clean here in order to have the energy for that jerk.
Yeah.
She's got to be faster in the receiving.
Got to bounce.
Yeah, much better clean, but just didn't have the energy. Footwork was great, but that was all she had. It's so unfortunate to open that heavy.
Yeah.
Just the wrong selection of weight.
You can see how disappointed she is. So that's one athlete with a bomb out there, unfortunately. 2 for 6, 92 in the snatch.
Well,
and now we have Paula Rindberg. Hopefully she can improve where Zimros couldn't and just lock out this jerk overhead a little bit better. This is Paula's 5th international competition. Her first was in 2016 at the European Championships.
she's made this lift 2 times before on this platform, but continues to get press out calls.
Very fast,
strong
dynamic
pull.
And that one she actually can't make, and she looks very faint, very dizzy. She needs to get that belt off.
What a shame. Second lifter to bomb out right here at that 106, 107 mark.
Wow. Well, she made it 4 internationals without that happening, but on the 5th, she just can't put up a total today. So that's 2 bomb outs. 4 athletes have made their openers. 4 athletes still yet to come out. The battle for the medals not yet upon us. This is going to be extremely difficult. After our opener at 105, we said how it looked like she almost had nothing left. Somehow she made 107 on her second attempt. Now a further 2 kilos. This is going to be an absolute limit lift. And as you've said on several of these other attempts that we've seen, Max, she has to get as strong a bounce as possible out of the clean.
Yeah. This will be a challenge. She's made the last 2, though. She has a lot of positive momentum in her favor. Nice job.
Yeah.
She stood up.
Wow.
Great jerk. You know, all 3 lifts look to be almost equally as difficult.
Yeah, they did. You have to wonder if she opened a bit lighter and didn't use up as much energy. I wonder if she'd been able to make 110, 111.
Yeah, maybe a little more. Fantastic work, though.
She just knows how to grind through those lifts.
Yeah, she really stays with it, doesn't give up on it.
She really does show the value of using a belt well. Where we saw Zimros not have one on. That was a great way to grind through by Zimbova. Second attempt now for Veronica.
She's been waiting quite a while now. 6 lifts, all well over a minute.
Yep, 6 missed lifts in between.
Yeah.
And then 2 made lifts.
And a very solid clean, just a difficult recovery. And easy work of the jerk.
Just as easy as the opener. Great attempt. She did get one red light. From our angle, it all looks fine. We'll see a replay here. Not going to show us much more than we can see. But we'll take a look anyway. Jerk looks totally fine to me. We're getting a bit of noise here, so it's probably the second attempt of the junior Margarita Arakelian. Her fourth international. She won the Junior European Championships in 2021. She placed fourth last year, though, at the Junior European Champs. Silver at the Youth European Champs in 2019. This is a kilo shy of her best.
Very easy clean.
Oh, wow. A lot of power in that jerk. Has to step forward to save it, but it's no problem. Her clean is really special. Very strong.
A happy coach.
Yep. 112 for Veronica. Maybe a smart move. She's not had long to rest, and she can't afford to jump up any heavier to buy more rest. She'd need to get up to the 115 mark, which might just prove to be too heavy a lift for her.
Well, good clean, yeah. Better than the second even.
And she just drops under those jerks so nicely.
Great lifting from Veronica Mitko.
4 for 6, 207 in the total. She takes the lead there. Of course, no B session in this category, so no total to look to beat from there. Opening attempt now, it looks like we're going to see Jessica da Silva from Portugal coming out.
All right, here comes Arakelian, 115. In front of a roaring audience.
Yep, Da Silva moved up to 118.
Another good clean.
New record if she makes it.
Oh, you could see her chest just collapse there at the bottom of the dip. Wasn't in the cards today.
But she's happy. It's been a great performance. Crowd very pleased with that. So Da Silva now 118 for her opening attempt. She made 125 kilos at a British weightlifting event, but of course this is her international debut.
Good clean. Strong opener there.
You had to say it. You know, we're getting better at not saying things like that, Max. And then you said it.
Certainly
It was a good clean.
Yeah, it was a great clean.
Yeah.
Just really
drove the bar.
Push
quite
that bar
forward
severely.
Severely. Wow. So 3 athletes still haven't opened, and they are the 3 front runners. Solfrid Koanda, of course, has the heaviest open written in right now. It's 145 kilos. She won't open there. She will drop down to something a little bit lighter just to secure the gold. And also it seems like she wouldn't take 2 jumps to 153, which we know she wants, by starting so close. The weights would be too heavy. I think she'd go more like 140, 147, 153. I'm getting glances from those around me to say that she's not going to do that. She'll open the heavy, but I really disagree. I think.
I was just going to ask when you started coaching.
Well, actually, she's in need of a new coach, apparently.
I heard that. That was actually a really interesting observation that she doesn't currently have a coach. She was working with Zygmunt Smalcerts.
And then 2 weeks ago, I got the call up, so.
They called you up to the big leagues.
Yeah, they did.
Put me in coach to coach. Yeah, an interesting. I wonder if she's working on her own or has some help from teammates, but maybe she's got the perfect scenario because she's doing fantastic right now.
Yeah, she is.
I think any coach coming into that situation would have to be cautious to not make any dramatic changes.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of what's already happening.
She's doing well.
So Jessica Da Silva will follow herself now and come back out. She did bump up from 115. Maybe she might be regretting that right now. It could have been the opener she needed.
Yeah, she's got a strong clean. Just push the bar a little forward on the jerk. Great pull. Closer.
Yeah, it was better.
It's getting back there behind the head. It's just not quite enough. She has all the strength for it. It's moving well, just isn't quite where she needs it. The real downside here is that she's got to follow herself again. There's no real safety in taking a bigger jump because that's 120 would be the next one.
So back to back to back. She's going to have to go with these unless she decides to bump up to 120 and hope to bring out Kashudian from Armenia. But even that's not guaranteed because she may well just bump up a little bit herself. We know that she can clean and jerk 166 kilos, so that 120 opener might not stand for much longer. Of course, recently her best is 130.
Let's say we do see a big 150 plus clean and jerk today.
From Solfrid.
Does that make that European clean and jerk record seem slightly more attainable?
163?
It'd be only another 14 kilos.
I mean,
trying to be positive here.
Yeah, not really.
It's only 10% more.
I think Kashudian is the reason that world record, that European record is so high.
I realized that after
because of what she did
yeah.
back in the day, and they didn't take into account that all of those numbers that she hit were stripped. They just said, you know what, someone will do it. Okay, Jessica Da final attempt for her international debut. She wants to make a total 96 in the snatch. It was a competition best, I believe, nationally. Another good clean. She has to drive the straight.
Oh,
much better.
Beautiful lift.
Hold it. There we go.
All around, very solid clean and jerk.
Slams it out of anger, frustration. What was she thinking? But it's a great lift. So here we go. Repsimi Kashidian. She is familiar with 120 kilo openers.
And strong clean. Oh, right into the jerk.
Wow. And the crowd are happy with that one.
She's hobbling off.
Watching her lower back and her neck.
Seems like maybe there's an injury here in the neck or back.
Very strong overhead. Drives up out to arm's length with no real issues, and then instantly grabs her back. Hopefully she's okay.
She is following herself here at 121.
Well,
now we see
see.
Manievska drop down to 125.
Yeah, I think Kashidian really ought to just...
27.
27, wow.
Manievska is going to open at 25. So Manievska's got the 1 kilo lead in the snatch and seemingly a stronger clean and jerk. She's opening 5 kilos ahead. This puts her in a basically not untouchable, but quite a significant lead. Kardashian would have to make that 127. A lot of pressure. Armenian fans keeping a low murmur going.
Mm-hmm.
Distracting enough. Strong clean. Into a very strong jerk.
That's just 5 kilos below her best, but she made it look very comfortable for an opener. She moved into the lead. She got 6 kilos over Kashidian, which is why, of course, Kashidian put in 127.
Yep. She's just going to go right for it. I don't think there's any messing about with anything else.
And Solfrid Koanda is going to have to follow herself on these attempts. She may well only want to take 2 and just jump from
45 to 53.
It's just such a big opener. It just seems so risky.
That's true,
Could she maybe drop down to 132?
Yeah, she could,
and just
right?
easily take that. It's not going to fatigue her, then make a jump up in the 40s and then the 50s. If only we were in the back room with her, Max.
Oh, so true. Well, if she's looking for a coach, give us a ring.
Yeah. It's very loud in here right now. Kashidian is coming out.
No,
but
she's on her back here.
I don't know if she's going to be coming out.
I think he's
maybe they're trying to click her back a little bit.
Yeah, doing a chiropractic maneuver.
She's not in a good way.
Yeah, she's going to time
She
out
might
here.
run this clock down.
I think we're seeing maybe a...
She might come out for her.
Passing. We see them.
Yeah. She's definitely not coming out for this one. She's in way too much pain. We can see it on the big screen. as can all of the fans. They know what's happening. They know she's not going to make it.
Yeah, he's going to time out this attempt.
It's actually the first time we've seen an athlete time out on a lift at this championships. Will she come out?
Yeah, potentially.
She'll have a 2-minute clock now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, potentially it's better that she time out. No, he's crossing it off. They're done. She's withdrawing, I think.
Wasn't that the Ukrainian coach? No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so the unfortunate reality is that she won't have a shot at silver, but she is going to get a bronze.
Yeah. Yep, she will walk away with 3 bronze medals. And so here comes Anastasia Manievska. This is for, well, I don't really know. I mean, she
Pride.
can't move up in position. Yeah, this is just for pride. This is to equal her best clean and jerk.
Maybe setting herself up for
Well, it'll be a personal best in the total by a kilo.
Yeah.
Because she already snatched a personal best of 108. She has a very strong clean and jerk. She took the silver medal last year. Next year, with Solfrid having dropped down, she may well be able to take the gold finally.
Good clean. Yep, and a very strong jerk as well.
Yep.
She's got silvers locked up. Well, she's in first currently.
Yeah.
We still have Koanda to open up. But this third attempt clean and jerk would really only be a personal victory for her. Doesn't move her up anymore in the placings.
She told us that she's had no injuries. She tries to not pay attention to other people at these competitions. She only listens to her coach, she says.
.132 now. She's staying warm. It looks like she's going to take another attempt. Watching the scoreboard, watching the clock. What will they take?
I could see her going for 133, 134 maybe. Looks like the coach is wandering over to make a change. What's it going to be?
.134.
34.
Although maybe they...
What?
This 34 might mean something significant to her. Yeah, 135, I think.
35 now, yeah.
That makes sense.
Could well be an all-time personal best for her.
Yeah.
Certainly 5 kilos more than she's made in competition.
Yeah, the last 2 lifts were strong, so...
Ich habe noch nichts gemacht, wir müssen das kurz. Er fehlt leider auf der Liste, deswegen. Machen wir doch.
So this is only her 4th international. She competed in 2019 in the under-23s and took the silver. Silver again last year at the European Champs behind Solfrid. 6th at the World Championships. And she's going to get silver again today. But this is a huge personal best for her.
Much tougher clean,
Yeah.
but she still gets up. That re-rack rattles her a little bit. She dipped down and tipped forward a little bit there.
And re-racks like that, when they shake your lower back like that, it just takes the life out of you. So 3 attempts remain, and they all remain to the world champion, Solfrid Koanda from Norway. She snatched 117 kilos, a personal best. She's now going to open up. She is going to open up at 145.
Yeah.
Then surely she'll just take one jump.
To 53?
She might even burn her second attempt to get extra time.
Possibly.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. She's so strong. I mean, she snatched so well, took a 7-kilo jump. I'm just curious to see what shape she's really in here. Basically as an 81, just a few kilos over.
Well, we filmed her make 140 kilos in the training hall this week. She made 152 kilos last week at a national event. And she weighs 83.9.
Yeah.
We've been looking at some of the biggest differences between the winners and the second place finishers. And this might win it, this category.
Wow. That is an easy clean.
She uses that oscillation so well.
Extraordinary lift.
Amazing lift.
Light, to say the least.
That's a 62 kilo total.
262.
That's already her best ever total.
Yeah, she's 8 kilos away from the first place at Worlds.
That would have beaten her World Championships performance.
Yeah.
Where she already won. And she has 2 more attempts. Her progress is just insane.
Yeah, she's doing remarkably well. Such a talent.
And as we've said before, the best total in the women's 81s, as you just mentioned, which she's moving down to, is 270. So another 8 kilos, which is the number that she wants to hit because it will be an all-time personal best for her, will equal that. You have to imagine that the Chinese are watching this back home somehow. Or if they're not watching it live, there's no way they're not going to know about it. Let's see. I think we're going to
246
see
on the bar right now. Obviously, that's 248 is what they're calling for, but
I think we'll see 53.
Yeah, I think she's definitely taking a bigger jump than 3 kilos.
She told us that though she has no injuries, it takes a toll on her both mentally and physically to add weight to the bar whilst losing body weight.
Yeah, that's tough.
Interestingly, she told us that since the World Championships, she's relearnt the way that she snatches in terms of the technique. She said it's been a bit of a risky thing, but it has paid off during her last competition and training cycle.
Yep. All right. Let's see what the next 253, or 153, sorry.
Yeah, 153. This will be for a 270 kilo total, weighing 83.9 kilos.
270 was the winning total at the 81s at Worlds this
would
year.
equal it.
So she'll be equaling it here.
This
on her
will
second attempt clean and jerk with only 2 snatches under her belt.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
Well, it beats, because the Olympic champion took the silver, Wang Zhuyu.
Right.
So this beats the Olympic champion's total.
Extraordinary.
She's quite good, Solfrid, after just 4 years in the sport.
Yeah, what an understatement. This is remarkable.
This, of course, would have... What was the Gold medal clean and jerk at Worlds. 152. So this would beat that as well.
Huge lift here. It's a personal record for her as well. Easy clean.
Wow.
Beautiful jerk.
Oh my word. I don't know, Max. I think she might take a third attempt.
I think so too. That's
She
a
could
remarkable
take one.
lift. I think anyone who doesn't think that that senior clean jerk record is within grasp.
Well, she's the only person who could ever do it.
She could. There's 10 kilos more in there.
Not now.
For sure. Not now, but there is.
In her career.
You can see it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think she will take a third attempt, but I think she could take a third attempt.
Yeah.
You know, she's done what she wanted. She's got all new personal records.
You know, if she had a little more rest and a little time here between, I'm not sure if we'll see a third.
What I'd like to see is just, could she just go for a 160 clean?
Yeah.
I'd like to see a 160 clean from Solfrid right now. We're keeping our. I think she's coming out.
Yeah, she's
She is
resting.
going to do something. What's she going to do? What would make sense?
58.
I mean, why? I mean,
Well,
maybe,
it's just
but
a 5 kilo jump is
Yeah.
my guess.
she just took an 8 kilo jump.
I mean, does she take a shot at 160?
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, 55's gone in, but
Let's see what happens.
that's going to
here.
go up again.
This is extremely exciting.
She's 32 kilos up on silver.
270 total. She is establishing herself right now as the best female lifter in above 71
71,
kilos.
yeah.
I mean, she's going to be undefeatable here, having only so far made 4 lifts.
Yeah. She's in the shape of her life.
Yeah.
Every time we see her, we think, wow, somehow she's improved.
To have done this while losing body weight is an extraordinary feat.
This is the biggest leap we've seen, and I would say the most comfortable we've seen her at the same time. She might be doing 155.
Yeah, it would just be a small jump. Maybe
yeah,
that's
just
all
2
she
kilos.
wants.
Yeah, okay. And it's more likely that she'd make the jerk, I
We'll
suppose.
see, though. See if there's not a stop here.
Well, she is getting up. She looks maybe like she's going to come out for this.
We don't actually know what time is on her clock yet. Yeah, she's coming out.
She's coming out for it.
155.
Oh, my word.
Massive lift.
155 kilos. I'm trying to think of the last time we saw a sub-super hit this weight. I think Wang Zhu did it. Well, she did 158 in 2019. It's been a few years, I think. I think it's potentially been 4 years.
This is just an absolutely gigantic attempt. 5 seconds. Powerful clean.
Unbelievable. Can she jerk it?
She's got
Yes,
it. She's holding. She's fighting it.
Can. Solfrid Koanda solidifies herself as the strongest non-super heavyweight in the world. Nobody in women's weightlifting has surpassed the 270 kilo total outside of the super heavyweights, and now she does it. She weighs 3 kilos less than everybody else in the field. But
That's
at
the
what
most
cost? She's given everything, and she barely gets off the platform.
Yeah.
Solfrid Koanda is a superstar, and the World Championships go to Norway in 2025. So
Wow.
we are going to see
She's the most
something special.
dominant female lifter we we've seen at this entire championship.
She has to be surely she's our pick for Olympic gold now.
I can't imagine anything else. How could she not be?
I don't think the Chinese can beat her because she's only improving.
Well, if she made one more snatch, that could have been 275. I mean,
yeah.
And
she could do 125, 160 by the time the Olympics comes around.
Yeah, the thing that we're seeing here is that she did all of this at the same time as losing body weight, which is just an absolutely extraordinary feat.
And following herself.
Everything going against her, and made those lifts with ease. There is a solid amount of kilos in that clean.
At her 5th international.
That was the first clean of all of them that looked slightly tough.
Slightly.
Just a little bit slower than the other two.
When you compare it to the opening attempts of basically everybody else, it was still easier.
Yeah. There could be another 5 kilos in that clean and jerk by possibly by Worlds.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, then we're talking near that European record clean and jerk.
Yeah, she's going to take some records when she drops down to the 81s.
Yeah.
Certainly European records.
Yeah, very true.
Maybe she can push towards world records.
Amazing. What an amazing performance.
So,
Solfrid Koanda.
Yeah, the bronze medal then, 227 kilos, goes to Hrypsimi Kershudian. The silver to Anastasia Manievska, 108, 130, 238, and then 34 kilos heavier is Solfrid Koanda from Norway, 117, 155, a 272 kilo total. She makes no sense, she defies gravity, she defies the odds, but she is unbelievably good at weightlifting.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
What an extraordinary performance.
And if we think we've just seen someone strong, you better make sure you turn up tomorrow because we have the strongest in Europe. Emily Campbell, of course, looks to become a 3-time European champion. Can she get the 3-peat? Probably she can. She's not got too much competition. And then, of course, we have the strongest weightlifter ever, Lasha Talakadze, who will be looking for potentially